Welcome, and if you're standing, there's plenty of chairs that I see, so make your way in if you would like to sit, and if you just want to stand, that's fine too, but welcome. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. We are thrilled to be here today to present a Centers of Excellence Award to Hayes Medical Center. So my name is Cindy Samuelson. I work with the Kansas Hospital Association, and we represent Kansas hospitals all over the state, and we have a foundation, the Kansas Hospital Education and Research Foundation, that works on a number of projects. One of them is Healthy Kansas Hospitals. And so today I have with me a number of folks from Hayes Med that are going to speak, but to start us off, I'm going to introduce Melissa Hungerford, who's the CEO of the Kansas Hospital Education and Research Foundation. Melissa.
Thank you so much, Cindy, and all of you for being here. What a great crowd. I, too, am really excited to be able to come and celebrate the work that Hayes Med has done. KHA and KHERF really believe that hospitals should be active in promoting healthy lifestyles, and this is really an opportunity for us to celebrate the work that Hayes Med has done. Hospitals are often seen as those that respond to illness and injury, and that's what we do every day. But really at the core of our mission is health. And this project really begins to push that forward. We really have an opportunity to be a role model for the community, for our employees, and for our patients. And our healthy options that we provide through our food and beverage choices give us the opportunity to help patients in their recovery, help our employees lead healthy lifestyles, and through both of those efforts, reduce the need for and the cost of health care. So to us, KHERF and KHA, this is an ideal type of project for us to be involved in. Healthy Kansas Hospitals is a collaborative approach to have hospitals make changes to their food and beverage policies. Participating hospitals receive materials and technical assistance, but I will tell you, Hayes is such a leader, I'm not sure how much technical assistance they really needed to take this ball and run with it. Policies that are changed impact not only the cafeterias, but the vending machines and even employee meetings. And I can tell you at KHERF and KHA, we have changed the way we cater to our own employee meetings, which has really helped. Before I talk a little bit more about the successes of this program, let me just thank the Kansas Health Foundation. The Kansas Health Foundation has a vision of a healthy Kansas, and that's certainly a vision that we can all get behind. They've funded the overall statewide project and are helping us present a check to Hayes today. So our project started in July of 2013 to support healthy behaviors, one of which that we've really felt we could wrap our arms around is healthy food and beverage. As of today, we have 78 hospitals who have signed the pledge, and we have 27 hospitals who have actually made changes in their policies. And we just assumed, I think as staff at KHA, that they would just make those policies kind of internally, but most, if not all, of the folks that have changed their policies actually took it to their board of directors, so they're engaging their leadership and governance in the decisions that they're making. So these 27 hospitals that have changed their policies have done things like eliminating or limiting the carbonated beverages that are in the cafeteria. And we took a quick tour, and you all have certainly done that. Reducing any kind of sugary or sweetened beverages, offering fruit-infused water, sometimes for free in their cafeteria and other parts of the hospital. I saw that also in your remodeled cafeteria. Eliminating deep-fat foods, and also using heart-healthy oils. And there are a number of other things, and I'm sure when the Hayes folks come up here to really talk about what their project is, they'll identify some of the things that they have done. So we're presenting an award of excellence to Hayes Medical Center today. They are definitely leaders across the state. To determine who the leaders are, we put together a panel of folks from the Kansas Health Foundation, the Kansas Heart Association, and also the Kansas Action for Children. They judged all of the applicants on 5 criteria. Impact, have they made a visible difference in the food and choice options in their hospital? Have they been innovative? Have they addressed a particular challenge, or have they done a creative approach to what they're trying to implement? Is leadership behind this? Is leadership being proactive, supporting the efforts of the team within the hospital? Is the hospital going outside to the community to develop partnerships for what they do? And finally, will this project last longer than the grant? Will it be sustainable? Have they implemented things that have become part of their processes every day? So let me just say, let's congratulate all of the Hayes Medical Center team in the efforts that they've done today with a round of applause. So I could read to you the application, but I think it's much better to have the Hayes Medical Center team that has actually made this project a reality come up and talk about that. So with that, I'd like to introduce Dr. John Jeter, President and CEO of Hayes Medical Center. I have worked with John for, I'm not going to say how many years, but I can tell you that he has always put health first. Ever since I've known him, he was one of our early KHERF board members. So he has always supported the kinds of efforts that we've done. So John, can you come up and introduce your team and take it away?
Thanks, Melissa. So it's probably around 16 years ago, we got this crazy idea to build a fitness center. I'll never forget some of those early board meetings. We wondered if anybody in town would join. And we're looking at building a pretty large operation. We had an opportunity to bring in some clinical services. Orthopedic clinic, if you recall, was over on Vine Street. They were looking for a new place. Just all came together. And we broke ground. I believe our 15-year anniversary is February of 17, so coming up. We had no idea really what kind of impact the facility would have on the community. We knew it would be a great place to work out, and we knew that there were going to be opportunities for patients receiving clinical services to transition over into the fitness center once their services ended. But we really didn't understand in the totality of the impact that it would have on the community. I think we kind of got the concept that there's going to be a group of people over in that building. They're going to spend all their time thinking about improving the health of the community. The people inside the four walls of the hospital typically spend their time taking care of folks that are sick and injured. And the blend of those two has been very powerful in Hayes. The folks at the fitness center come up with the most amazing ideas of things that they can do to help people be healthy, which is our core purpose, our mission, if you will. So we always knew the fitness center had some tremendous potential, but just didn't really know where it was going to go. There's no question in my mind that the Center for Health Improvement, particularly the fitness component, has had more to do with improving the health of Hayes than anything we've done inside the four walls of the hospital. And then, a couple of years ago, we came up with another great idea. We need to get an executive chef. Somebody that can come in and add a little pizzazz to things here. And we found John Fitson, who hadn't had experience in healthcare, but was excited to get into it. He brought his family, Julie, kids, to Hayes from Wichita, where he'd been running a private club. My recollection when we interviewed you, we didn't hear a lot about your semi-obsession with healthy foods and healthy dietary lifestyles. We really didn't hear about that. We heard about how you thought you could run a hospital food service. And so we really didn't know what we were getting. Stephanie Howie and her team over at the fitness center meet this guy, and what a great marriage of the components that make us healthy related to exercise and related to diet and other lifestyle factors. And it's just been fabulous. And of course, the Rock Garden Cafe is a result of that. This award is a result of these two folks and their teams and others here really coming together. I would say we're way ahead of the curve when it comes to the national movement toward population health, trying to figure out how to keep populations healthier. We've been doing it now for 10, 15 years. It's really a neat deal that we just, I don't think it was all planned, but it just sounded like the right thing to do way back 15 years ago. And now it's really blossomed with the addition of John and some of the ideas that he's brought. So I'd like to introduce Stephanie Howie, who has been at the fitness center since day one. I believe you and I were up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, the night before opening, trying to clean the walking trail. And because we had our first members coming in at 5 in the morning. I mean, it was nuts. It's kind of the way we do things around here. And I'll never forget that as long as I live. It was really a special day. But I want to introduce Stephanie and see if she wants to say a few words about, what she thought the fitness center was going to do, if this is anything like she imagined. And then we'll have John come up and make some comments.
All right, well, as the saying goes, exercise is medicine. Well, now it's healthy food is medicine. And I have to say, the component between John's innovation and us working together, 2 departments of the hospital have been extraordinary. Who would have ever thought that a food service industry back in the day would have a huge effect on the community and getting them healthy, right? Food service was, you're in the hospital, you're spending the night, someone's bringing up some food that doesn't taste very good, right? And you're complaining about the food. Well, the food here now is phenomenal. It's very healthy. Not only are these people sick here, but they're also provided with some incredible nourishment to get them even healthier. And so I think that's just how healthcare is changing. Just combining some departments that you thought would never, ever fit together. So I think that's really cool, and I'm absolutely proud of John and his team. They're fabulous to work with, and our group that's on our Healthy Hospital Committee. We keep moving things forward. We're trying to be innovative, and hopefully you'll see a lot of progress in the future.
You notice Stephanie and I are kind of casual. So now we got to bring this guy up who wore a suit. We didn't even know he had one. Patients that come to the hospital and family members are experts on a couple of things. One is how good the phlebotomist is. If it didn't hurt, they were good. And the other is we're experts on food. We're all experts on food because it's all about personal preference. So John had a wide variety of experiences in his background, but had never done healthcare. You probably didn't really know what you were getting into here. But I think he's having a lot of fun. He has added a tremendous amount of pizzazz to the organization, and obviously his semi-obsession with the healthier components of food is really starting to catch on with all of us. And Melissa, we did not remove the pop machine, even though that's recommended. We had a near revolt by the culture committee when we talked about removing the pop machine. So we decided we're gonna kind of work everybody up to this. I have to admit, I had a Diet Pepsi out of our pop machine in the physician lounge that I walked down with, and I decided maybe I should take this to this meeting. So John, I'd love to have you make some comments. Stephanie said a bunch of nice things about you, so you need to say some nice things about her now.
It's been a wild 21 months. I thank Rosie Hammerschmidt about once a month for hiring me. That was one of the first things that I realized that made HaysMed different. I came in on an October afternoon, and Kim Taylor, Aubrey, who's no longer with us, Rosie, and then of course my director Craig Roletter interviewed me, and I thought how cool it was that the people that I was going to lead would interview me for approval. So, and then I went over to Stephanie's organization, Center for Health Improvement, and at that time I didn't realize, what CHI was. You walk in and you see the physical therapy and the heart rehab, and those of you that know me close, it took me a while to get on the patient floor. But now that I've been up there, and you can see the energy and the happiness from the patients when we arrive as a food service to deliver their food, it's really a heartwarming experience. And so, as Dr. Jeter mentioned, healthy food, for me, it's ingredients. I'm all about the ingredient, and there's the big topic in the chef world about knowing where your food comes from and what are the ingredients, and I think that's the ultimate part. Yes, there's some importance for calories and sodium and input and output and the reduction of sodium and fats and things like that, but for me, it's ingredients, and it's really cooking, and that's the one thing that we did. I think the first day I came in here and I said, well, we're going to cut all our fruit now. And the eyes just went out. And those of you that don't know or haven't been in food service, industrial cooking, things come prepared for you. And when things come prepared for you, they're not as fresh when you get the ingredient in. And so then Dr. Jeter announced the remodel. And so we were able to come in and create these stations where our deli is completely 100% scratch. We bake our bread fresh every day. We roast our meats, our pork, our chicken every day. We cut our own veggies. So we're really taking on this fresh ingredient, lower sodium, lower calories approach, which sometimes means smaller portions. But with Stephanie and the crew over there working on our exercise, it's just been a great relationship, and I'm pleased that she was really the leader. As Dr. Jeter said, they've been over there for 15 years and really the leader in all of this and putting this wellness idea together. So Rosie and Justin and Kim, those of you that keep us all together in the food service, I appreciate it, and all the associates taking the changes. So thank you.
So John's got a new little project going on here lately. It's a tiny bit self-serving, but it's kind of fun. So it's this deal called the Blended Burger Project. How many of you are familiar with the Blended Burger thing? So how many of you like mushrooms? The Blended Burger is hamburger and mushrooms and other stuff that's supposed to make a healthier hamburger, right?
That's correct. We
And
created a hamburger, 500 calories, 600 sodium.
yeah, 500 calorie hamburger with 600 milligrams of sodium, including the bread. It's all made from scratch here, and we're serving it every day. And you get on this website and you vote on whether you like his blended burger. And he's competing with chefs all over the U.S., the world, what?
Correct.
The
United
world?
States.
The
United
U.S.
States.
So he's competing with chefs all over the United States in making a blended burger. And the top 5 vote getters get to go on a expense-paid trip to the James Beard Foundation or something in New York City.
You get to cook your burger at the James Beard
You get to cook your blended burger at the James Beard. Any of you have James Beard's cookbook? I mean, he's famous, chef. Yeah, Julie's got it. Yeah, good. So, these little things are really fun to do here. So try the blended burger. Get on the website, vote for him whether you like it or not. Let's send John to New York City. Okay? There we go.